Hello everyone. In this video, we're picking out and sharing the latest topics about Asia. From one of the most famous Reddit-style forums in Japan. Even if you don't understand Japanese, we've translated everything into English subtitles and audio. So you can join the conversation as if you were in Japan. So, let's dive into the discussions happening in Japan. Last month, a Chinese middle school student living in Japan, who was injured during a soccer game, rushed to a clinic in Tokyo. Before receiving treatment, they were handed a survey that asked, if you're dissatisfied with today's consultation, do you promise not to cause a scene or leave without paying the fee? Do you believe you have the right to skip the queue and prioritize your treatment over others for selfish reasons? The boy and his representative called this discrimination, while the boy's father said the incident was deeply saddening and urged anyone with similar experiences, regardless of nationality, to speak up. The clinic explained that the survey was created to prevent inconvenience to other patients and to understand potential issues beforehand, emphasizing that it was not intended as discrimination.
It's not discrimination, it's just setting boundaries. No, it's based on repeated experience. Chinese people cause trouble outside of hospitals too. Why should Japan's taxpayers fund medical treatment for foreigners? Because they pay into health insurance. But there's no proof this kid was paying. Maybe they were planning to skip out on the bill. This boy should grow up to be a teacher in his own country and teach that moral values and perspectives differ by culture. It might reduce the number of people like him and his family. This happens because there are too many people making unreasonable complaints and skipping out on payments. Blame your own countrymen for ruining your reputation. Chinese people can't seem to read between the lines. The survey is basically saying, just go home. Calling this discrimination already makes you a problematic patient. Any decent person wouldn't want to be grouped with such people and would gladly fill out the survey. If anything, not turning them away outright shows the clinic is being generous. There's nothing wrong here. The hospital is just doing its job. A Chinese person who murdered an entire Japanese family went back to China immediately. But at least they were given the death penalty there. The survey didn't even mention Chinese people. But they're the ones getting angry. That's pretty funny. Blame the Chinese people in the past, who destroyed trust by skipping out on bills. The survey questions are just to check if patients have the necessary Japanese language skills to avoid misdiagnosis. Are they seriously complaining that the medical field in Japan might end up like convenience stores, full of Chinese workers? The survey could just be rephrased as a mandatory agreement, rather than a question form. If they can't pay, let their embassy handle it and collect the money later. If they can't pay back, let their country deal with it in their own way. At least they're not being killed. Look at how Japanese people are treated in China. This survey was given to Japanese people too. It's only the Chinese making a fuss, since there's been an increase in foreigners skipping out on medical bills. Hospitals should require a credit card or proof of travel insurance before providing treatment. Chinese people shouldn't be playing soccer. Stick to table tennis. You need to be clear and direct when dealing with Chinese people. The clinic is only doing this based on prior experiences. Doesn't China have superior medical care? Maybe they should just get treated there instead of coming to Japan. If foreigners are going to get insurance, it should be under a separate system. This isn't discrimination, it's self-defense. If they can read and write Japanese, why aren't they trying to adapt to Japan? This is no different from being asked if you're affiliated with criminal organizations when opening a bank account. When I went to a hospital abroad, they reserved a credit limit on my card first. Japan should do the same. If Chinese people have complaints about Japan, They should report it to the UN. That's the only thing that gets through to the Japanese. When Chinese people say don't discriminate, they really mean give me special treatment. Just don't engage with them.
Did you find this video interesting? We'll keep bringing you fun topics from Japan's online community. Please subscribe to the channel and drop some comments.